A while ago, I visited a little shop run by a group of ladies in Nashville, Indiana, at the Historical Society, and I purchased this little Kleenex holder there, and I worked for some time to figure out the pattern, um, and after several tries, I came up with a pattern to replicate it. And here's the replica. Uh, I have a party to go to for the ladies that I quilt with, and it's a Christmas party, and I wanted a little favor to give everybody. So I said, this is perfect. It won't cost me very much. I have the scraps. All I got to do is purchase the little Kleenex uh, packages, and I've got a cute little gift to share with them. The pattern is really simple. It's only 2 pieces, a handful of stitches. Once I got the pattern down, it only takes me a few minutes to make one. Let me show you how it's done. Because I'm making 20 some, I made a template. I'm just using scrap fabric, not fat quarters or anything special, and trying to cut 20 of these out with my rotary tool would have been a pain. I've got a piece of fabric. I'm not too sure if it's big enough. I cut a template out. The templates, there are 2 of them. The first one, which is the lining, is 6 by 7 and 5/8. The second one, which is the outside, is 6 by 6 and a half. I cut 1 piece for each one. That gives me 2 pieces. I like this one. I like zebras and the zebra stripe. Anyway, the first thing you do is you sew a seam a scant 1/4 of an inch. If you get it much bigger than a scant 1/4 of an inch, you won't get this neat little edge here. Once it's sewn, you open it up and you press it towards the smaller piece. Okay? So that when we fold it like this, it makes our little edge here. Anyway, so once that's done, I need to fold it over, right sides together, and stitch my other side. I will do that and be right back. I have stitched my little cases, and what I end up with looks like this. Okay, I have the seam I've already pressed, and now I need to press this seam here, and I need it to go the same way towards the lining. Okay, one thing I have learned over the years, if I don't want a crease here with my iron, if I just drop that over the edge of the ironing board and press it like that, it works just fine. Now, when I turn this, and I'm just going to finger press that seam for you. When I turn this, I find that it doesn't lay even, and this is what I'm looking for. So I simply press it and steam it. I also use starch on these because I want them nice and crisp, and that's another video entirely. So I have a whole stack of them here ready to turn into little cases. So let's grab one and I'll show you what we do next. You fold it in half, lining up those edges very carefully, and with your scissors, take a tiny, tiny nip out there. Boom, like that. Do it to the other side. Very carefully lining this up even. We're finding the middle. Just a little clip, not a very big one, because we're only going to use a 1/4 of an inch seam. The reason I wanted a clip is I want to line up, I think you can see it, the bottom of that little V with the outside edge. And then I want to bring the other one in and line it up too. Now, I'm going to do that on the other side. I want them to meet. The bottom of the V. Pin it. And pin it. Now, all I'm going to do next is seam from here to here on both sides. I will do that and be right back. We're almost done. The only thing I have left to do is to box the corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a small crease there. I'm going to open that up and open that point up like that. I'm going to pin it. And I'm going to go all the way around and do that. Open the corners up. You can see this is so small that you can see when you have it at a nice angle there. It should be a 90-degree angle. That seam should be laid open. And you want to lay the seam so that it goes to the back, because we're not going to do any finish to these seams. That's going to be on the inside. This is a little tiny project. How long it will last, I have no idea. But it'll be in somebody's purse for a while. And here we go. Now, the next item is to sew that box. And I found out that we get the perfect box if we start sewing 3/8 of an inch from this point. So I should have done a template, but I didn't, and I think I'll do that now. I'll just put a mark here on my template, measure it, my logo. Okay, or I can use this. Okay, I want 3/8 of an inch. That's a 1/2 inch and one. This is the 1/2 inch mark, and that's the 3/8. And what I want to do is I have a pin here that's actually green, and it's a ballpoint pin. This is going to be on the inside, and I'm just going to put a mark there on all 4 corners at the 3/8. Now, all that's left is to make 4 more seams, and I'll be right back. I'm back. Just pull all of your pins out. And you want to clip any threads that might show when it gets turned. Now, we got a nice little box here. We can turn that and push the corners out. Push the corners out. We're not going to trim those little points off. It will not interfere with the use of this. They do not get in the way. Now, it's just a matter of putting my Kleenexes in. I did buy Kleenexes. Some of the off-brands are not real fluffy, and they will not fit this pattern. The Kleenex does, and it's just a matter of slipping it in, slipping it in, and slipping it in. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this, make a comment, press the like button, and subscribe if you would like to see more. Thank you very much.